Most women don't know this simple thing about their menstrual cycle, but learning this could actually change how you live your life. In this video, I'll go over what this is and how it can help you to be more productive, have better relationships, and understand your cycles better so that you can adapt things in your life to make life that little bit easier. Firstly, to understand this, we'll quickly go over the basics of the menstrual cycle. The average menstrual cycle is 28 days long. Day 1 of the cycle is the first day of your period, when the lining of the womb has broken down. A period lasts typically around 5 days. Once the bleeding stops, it's time to build up that womb lining again, in preparation for a potential pregnancy. Around day 14 is ovulation, when an egg is released from the ovary. This travels down the fallopian tube to the main body of the womb. In the second half of the cycle, the womb is maintaining a stable lining in case an embryo is going to be implanted. If the egg doesn't then get fertilized by sperm and there is no embryo produced, this signals to the womb that the thick womb lining is not needed anymore, and so it breaks down again, and this results in the next period. So, at different stages of the cycle, due to changes in hormones, your energy levels, mood, and libido will be affected. During the first few days of your period, you may feel more sluggish, irritable, and more tearful. The simple but important thing to know is that towards the end of your period, most women will notice their energy levels starting to increase again as estrogen levels increase, and all the way up to ovulation around day 14. You should notice that this is the time when you feel the most motivated, are able to get a lot more done, have a better mood, and a higher libido. After ovulation, as the hormone progesterone starts to increase, this will all start to go down again. You may also notice sleep disruption due to a slight rise in your body temperature during this time. The amount of energy you are burning at rest, your metabolic rate, will increase. So you may notice an increase in cravings for high-energy foods during this time. So how can knowing this change your life? If you have something difficult or important to do, then this is the best time for you to do it. For example, if you want to start a new business project, if you have an important project to complete for work or school, if you need to tackle a hard topic for exam revision, if you have a lot of tasks to do and just need to get through them, or maybe you need to resolve a conflict with someone, do it during this time. Also, if you are trying for a baby, knowing that your libido will be highest between days 10 to 15 of your cycle, around the time of ovulation, and therefore this is the time that you will more likely get pregnant, can make it easier to plan when to try, especially if you have been trying for a while. Track your cycle. Write down the day you have started your period and plan to start that difficult project, etc., towards the end of your period, and then keep going for as long as you can. You will be the most motivated and creative during this time and will be able to get more done in this time compared to the rest of your cycle. Plan to do easier and less time-consuming tasks during the second half of your cycle, the days between ovulation and your period, particularly in the days leading up to your period when you will feel lower in energy. If you experience sleep disturbance, which can have a knock-on effect on your mood and energy the next day, try to wear lighter clothing or keep your room temperature cooler and avoid caffeine before bed to see if this helps during this time. Of course, there will be times when you need to do something, no matter which part of your cycle you are in, but just keeping this information at the back of your mind can really help you to just get more done. You may have heard of the term cycle syncing, where you modify your diet, exercise, work, and social or personal life to certain phases of the cycle. If this is something you want to try doing, make small changes every month and build up so not to overwhelm yourself with too many changes. Because it is also important to think about your nutrition. Try to make sure you are getting enough protein and healthy fats in your diet during the second half of your cycle, and not just reaching for the chocolate when you are having those cravings, as well as increasing your fiber and fruit and veg intake, as this can all help to improve your menstrual symptoms during this time. Continuing regular exercise during your period can also help with your symptoms if you are able to. This doesn't have to be something high intensity if you don't feel up to it. Even yoga has also been found to be beneficial. Before I learnt this all myself, I didn't really relate these changes to my menstrual cycle. I just thought it was only because I hadn't eaten or slept well that I felt more tired and sluggish. I was aware, like a lot of people are, of PMS like low mood, tearfulness, irritability just before you have your period, but I didn't know that you can have your best week straight after your period. Before knowing this, I would try and fail to get important work completed during any time of my cycle and be really down on myself when I wasn't able to get it all done. Now I know to take advantage of the time just after my period and work harder during that time so I can take it easier later on. Also, I've found as I have become older that this has become more relevant to me. When I was in my teens and 20s, I didn't feel the effects of the different phases of the menstrual cycle as much. But everyone's different, and you might find that even at a younger age, you do notice the increased energy, etc., after your period. And how can knowing this improve your relationship? A lot of women don't know this information because it isn't something that we are really taught. I wasn't even taught this at medical school, so a lot of men will definitely not be aware of this. Once you have tracked your cycle and know your days, where you know you will be more energetic and have a higher libido, and conversely when you will be lower in mood and not wanting to deal with conflict, etc., by letting your partner know this too, they will then be able to understand you better. You can then plan to go out on certain days when you know you will be feeling more sociable. It can help to improve your intimate relationship, as you know when you'll be feeling your best and the most interested. It can help to improve communication between you, knowing that after your period you are more open to discussing difficult things and would rather avoid it in the days leading up to your period. And also your partner won't just think, oh, she's in a mood again. You may find it helpful to have it up on a calendar at home or track it on an app that can share the information with your partner. And if you would like the men in your life to understand menstrual cycles better, but don't quite know how to explain it to them, then watch the next video and share it with them. Also, if you would like more information about female health topics, including following a pregnancy journey, then keep an eye out for my newsletter. I will post a link to it soon. I hope you found this video useful. Please do comment below any other topics you would like me to cover or any questions you have, and I will try to make a video about the most popular ones. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and head on over to the next video.